3 of the year. Another great pass by Hibbert. He made that play, didn't he, with that little bounce pass.
Back in the nation's capital, Coach, take us inside the play.
Well, this is called the give and go, one of the oldest plays in basketball, and it means that a couple of things have to happen. Number one, you got to give it up. Number two, you got to go to the basket, but then, of course, you got to receive it back from the man that you gave it to and make the layup. So here's a nice pass and a nice bounce pass, soft touch.
Guys sacrificing their game, or their games have fallen off? So.
No, I think it's guys sacrificing their game for the good of the team, playing a lot more defense. Woo, baby, what a nice hook shot. I tell you what, that is still, to me, one of the sweetest shots in the game of basketball. Two guys.
Of course, Alvin Mitchell, a 6'5" freshman out of Fort Lauderdale, averaged 33 points a game. Florida's 4A player of the year. He's suspended now, but he never really made the transition. This guy's making the transition, though, huh? Hibbert underneath this time for 6.
And that time off the bounce.
Find on ESPN Full Court and ESPN360.com. All right, let's take a look at the big guy now. Coach Hibbert. No hook shot there, but showing some athleticism.
Well, what he showed here was really good feet and the ability to be able to put the ball down on the ground and still be able to control it. Once again, you combine good feet with good hands, soft hands, you got a dangerous guy to contend with.
Summers, Hibbert, and Rivers.
Summers has been very quiet offensively here so far today.
Hibbert, the beautiful finger roll.
Now, how many times are you going to see a footer do that? Wow. Wow, beautifully done. You're right.
Hibbert with 10 points and a whistle.
Big fella! Trick him up a little bit. Now, how many 7-footers do you see do that, Gus? Off the dribble, one bounce, then the fake pass in rhythm and right to the rim. Oh, I like that one, Roy. Roy Hibbert to show you his skill level by getting to the rim from the foul line area.
Remember, there are some Princeton offensive principles in this Georgetown system as Hibbert knocks down another jump shot inside. McNeil rejected by Hibbert.
What a nice job.
And out of bounds. And we'll stay. Here's Freeman. Back door. Summers jams it down.
How about Hibbert? See the fake and then the pass? Oh, it's something nice to watch when a big fella can pass it like that.
Here's Wallace again. Dribbles it off of his foot. Tracks it down with 10 to shoot. Sapp to Hibbert. He's got it in his power zone. Jump hook, pure.
Forget about it. That is a sweet shot. Well, he's showing us just about everything.
Rivers in the backcourt draws Matthews. A minute 23 to go. Summers. Now Wallace.
There's the post up right there for Hibbert.
Hibbert, drop step, pivot, up and good. And we're tied at 59.
Well executed there. Ball reversal, probe the defense. Got a good strong post up.
And for Louisville with 4 points off fast breaks. Those are the key. That's one of the key stats. You need some easy baskets.
Hibbert with a little soft hook.
And I think they were set at half.
Jerry Smith out on him.
So they really extend and leave passing lanes open. Oh, that arm. Keep it in. Good step work.
Oh, yes.
Terrific pirouette by the big fella. Well, he came in a very, very average player. 4 years later, look what he's doing. When they're on offense, because he can bite you deep. He can be unerring at times.
Summers. Whoa, almost lost it. It's Hibbert.
Throw that. Mentioned the ability offensively by both clubs. Got 2 extra men, the half court and the sideline, as defenders.
Which was not an oasis. Tie game. Ewing, Hibbert.
Summers got to step in that slot there. A little late.
Back outside, Sapp.
Now, this is where I think Hibbert's got to be more aggressive offensively. Take his baseline, now comes back. Good shot. Oh, yeah. Just go after it, big fella. Don't be kicking it out. Timeout, Georgetown. First, Roy Hibbert.
They go smaller for most of the game. We'll see if they do against the huge Hoyas led by Hibbert. DeJuan Summers for three. Hibbert with the follow.
We talk about being more assertive. If you can't get the ball, get to the weak side or the front of the rim, look for putbacks.
Roy Hibbert recruit, but has grown exponentially over the last couple of years in terms of his game.
And that's why all the talk about blue chippers, you know, guys are top 10 players, it really comes down to proving it, and people develop along their own lines.
Roy Hibbert developing the outside shot, steps out and knocks down the three. He's only taken 3 threes this year, and he's made all 3 of them.
That's right. Well, the touch that he has has a lot to do with the form, and it's taken him a while to develop it, but that's pretty good form for a guy his size and his pretty good team basketball on the tip by Alexander to Ruoff to Nichols. Touch passes all around.
Roy Hibbert slams. Pass knocked away. Georgetown ball. Right, looking pretty comfortable for a guy who's hardly played. Give him an assist. The big guy is having a field. Last 3 shots. And now, again, he's having to defend Roy Hibbert because Jamie Smolligan, the starting center for the Mountaineers, has 2 fouls. Hibbert. The assertive Roy Hibbert came to the Garden tonight, Lenny.
He certainly did, and when Doris explained about this young man's work ethic and the fact he's got all these different moves, that was just one of a number of moves he's
slip away at the other end.
One of the most important elements of post play is using footwork, and here a little bit of Joe Alexander in Roy Hibbert from the top of the key. The dribble, the spin, and the nice left-handed
second half.
Well, again, Bob Huggins would obviously be very pleased without watching this game. We told him they'd shoot 35%. Alexander's struggling. And they're just down 10 and within striking distance. But if Roy Hibbert continues to be that aggressive, getting to the front of the rim for those high percentage shots, it's going to be a long evening.
Into the hands of Ewing. Alexander trying to defend Hibbert, right around him. Jump hook in. Nice move by Hibbert again. As confident and assertive, Len, as perhaps he has been all season.
And it's one thing to have a guy at his size just locked in the post, making a singular move. And it's another thing with a guy with that kind of mobility, be able to put it on the floor and escape the defense. And I'm surprised he doesn't do it every single game.
Yep. On the Summers miss and just stifling defense most of the night.
Now Alexander's going back to shooting that flat ball again. Trying to make things happen. Maybe trying a little bit too hard.
Alexander now just 3 of 13 tonight. Hibbert is held and strong enough to finish.
And here's where the fatigue sets in. When you're playing even or you're ahead, you don't feel tired. It's when you're down, the clock is starting to run against you, and you know you have to have the energy to try to come back. And West Virginia's starting to slump those shoulders now, feeling the...
And this is not in any way meant to say that this game does not matter just as much to Georgetown, but for the Panthers, between losing the last couple of years in the championship game, all the New York City kids, Hibbert with a left-handed hook shot. This game is of vital importance.
He absolutely is a monster.
John Thompson will lead Hibbert in the game. Does he look for his here? Backing down Biggs. Gets the roll.
Kind of looked like Luau Cinder. Eventually Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Just a nice little dribble to the middle to get the defender there. And it's...
Hibbert again.
He just backing Biggs down, backing him down with no help. One, I think Jamie Dixon off the bench is telling Biggs to get to that right shoulder and don't give up ground. But more importantly, once Hibbert puts it on the floor, you got to take the chance. Because once he gets in the paint, he
is alive here at sold-out Madison Square Garden tonight. You got folks here from Pittsburgh. You got folks from Washington. Hibbert Summers down. This is the final of the Big East Championship presented by Aeropostale, a sold-out Madison Square Garden here in New York City.
Georgetown running some continuity, but knowing their folks is getting it into Hibbert. Again, against bigs, Hibbert able to move 6'7" with a 7-footer's wingspan. That's what counts.
Hibbert in the post. Left-handed hook shot drops. Timeout Georgetown.
That should be the first look every time, and maybe even the final look.
11-point lead for Pitt, trying to pull off the upset over the top seed in the conference. Hibbert playing with 4 fouls. You can't block that jump hook, and he's knocked it down more often than
you're ahead. The adrenaline carries you through.
If you're Jamie Dixon, that clock cannot move quickly enough, but still almost 5 minutes to go. Hibbert on the inside.
Silly.
And number 4 on Blair.
You're already beaten. Give it up. Come back to defend another play. Take a look right here. Blair already beaten. Why come back and try to slap the ball away? You're already done. It was that right hand that kind of read
New York this week. The New York City kids on this Pittsburgh team and how desperately they want to win this championship. Left-handed hook again, Roy Hibbert.
Again, without help, Roy Hibbert getting position down that low and getting his feet in the paint is virtually unstoppable. Pittsburgh